Namaste and welcome back everyone. Now I have decided something very interesting for you. Well, we have learned this so many times, but for the sake of the set theory and so many of the higher mathematics that you might learn in the future, I wish to tell you what are the brackets and why we have different kind of the brackets. So have you ever pondered about it? Well, let's think now. Why not now? Okay, so let me blow the mind. Okay, so technically there are three kind of brackets in the mathematics. First is known as square bracket. This is known as square bracket, SQUARE bracket, and sometimes we also call it as big bracket, BIG, big bracket, big brother like, right? Okay, so I just wrote the big one. Now the second kind of bracket is known as small bracket. So it's small one, small bracket. You can also call it as C shape, open and close, but technically it's small bracket. So big bracket, small bracket. Now the third kind of bracket is that we have just seen in our previous lecture. Well, this design, that's my favorite one. So this is known as curly brackets. Yes, my dear friend, this is known as curly brackets. Well, I named it mid bracket. Maybe I have learned it somewhere. I have already forgotten about that because we used to learn these kinds of brackets when we were in very junior schools or something like there. But this is very interesting to learn that how these brackets work actually. So now we are going to learn that how these brackets are different from each other and what are their feature, function and its variety of the reason of being in the existence of mathematics. Okay, so let's begin with the big bracket and let's directly start with the question 1, 3. So what we do have here is 1 and all the elements weigh towards 2 and all the elements weigh towards 3. So what do I mean here? I mean here we are going to include all the numbers in between. Like for example here let me take 1.01, 1.001 and technically this will come before. Okay, and 2, 2.01 and all the way 2.999 and then 3. So 3 is the stoppage here. Okay, so what's the difference? Well, let's see what's the difference in the second one and then we will learn something amazing here. So let's again take but this time with the small bracket 1 and 3. So what do we have here? We do have here 1.001 type something. Okay, 1.01 also 2, 2.01 and all the way to 2.99. Okay, that's it. Let me write the third one and then we will study the comparison. Well, you might have already have started seeing the pattern of these all the brackets. Okay, my dear friend, let's write this one and the elements here are 1 and 3. So this is the limited one and this is what we are going to use in our set theory. Okay, my dear friend, let's explore in this topic a little more. Grinding work is left. Okay, so what we are going to learn here, in the big bracket we have to include the numbers 1 and 3 and all the numbers that are coming in between are also there present. Okay, so this is what we meant with this. Now 1 and 3, so we have to exclude 1 and 3. In so many books you will going to see the word in the set theory especially that this is closed one and this is open bracket. Okay, let me mention here also open bracket and this is also known as closed bracket. The meaning of the closed here is we know its limits lower and upper, so we have included 1 and 3 also, so we know its limits. But in 1 and 3 case we do not know that 1 is closed or not, 3 is closed or not. So we just used the number, all the numbers that are coming in between them, but we are not going to include 1 and 3 as we did here. Okay, so finally in the curly braces that we are going to use in the element form in our set query mostly is exactly the object. Yes, exactly the elements. So here we have element 1 and 3. So 1 comma 3 are the only element that present here in this kind of the set or in this kind of the bracket. So I hope that gave you a clarity. Now let's do one fun problem. Okay, so the fun problem here is, what we do have in the open bracket 1 and 2 in the closed bracket. So we need to find this one, and let me give you a few questions that we are going to discuss in the next one. So just keep pondering upon that, and we are going to learn that in the next one. So these are the two questions that I wish you to ponder upon, and we are going to meet in the next one. Take care, stay tuned, and God bless. Namaste.